Gentleman from Michigan reserves a point of order. Gentleman from California is recognized for 5 minutes in support of his amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My amendment would prohibit any new leases under this plan that do not provide a fair return for taxpayers. For far too long, our oil and gas leasing program has offered a sweetheart deal for the industry at the expense of taxpayers. One fossil fuel company recently even went so far as to outline in a press release the many benefits of extraction on public land compared to private land. Their release highlighted that leases on public lands are cheaper, they last longer, and they're more expansive. And while these statements may be music to the ears of those who care most about big oil interests, they represent a raw deal for the American people. Increasing the royalty rate to a fair level will generate billions of dollars in revenue for taxpayers. The Government Accountability Office and Congressional Budget Office both agree and have suggested that this is good policy. And that's why last Congress I introduced the Restoring Community Input and Public Protections in Oil and Gas Leasing Act to protect taxpayers by eliminating non-competitive oil and gas leasing and raising the onshore oil and gas royalty rate, rental fee, and minimum bid amount. And I am proud that the Inflation Reduction Act includes significant provisions of that bill, including eliminating non-competitive leasing for oil and gas sales, raising annual rental rates, and increasing the minimum bid for public lands. These provisions will go a long way in ensuring the American people see a more fair return on the use of our cherished public lands. But we have more work to do to provide a fair return. States like Texas and Oklahoma charge higher royalty rates on their state lands than are charged on federal public lands, leading to lost revenue for federal taxpayers. This amendment builds on those provisions and will help end giveaways of our public lands to fossil fuel companies while ensuring that taxpayers receive a fair return on any private profit that oil and gas companies extract from our public lands. The American people deserve to see a fair financial return on the profits that fossil fuel companies make from their use of our cherished public lands. And this amendment will require that these companies provide that return instead of simply ripping the public off. Mr. Chair, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back his time.